What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode number 2. Let's go ahead and dive into the video. Alright everybody, so in this video here we're working on side control. The opponent, he has to try to keep me in side control and I have to get out of it. I'm trying not to really use a lot of energy at the moment. I'm doing what I can. Right here I tried to do the arm bar but slipped his arm out. He's doing whatever he can to keep me there. Unfortunately, I'm not really trying to get out. But I'm getting ready to get him in half guard. This is the point where we had to restart. So it's my turn to start on top now. My main objective was actually to put a lot of pressure on his chest and neck area, but at the moment you can tell I'm not doing as much. I did do a good job at this point right here to keep him down. At this moment I was putting a lot of pressure on his chest, and he did feel it. That's why we ended up stopping at that point. Alright guys, so I'm starting back on top. Now this whole round here I was able to stay on top for quite some time now, putting some good pressure down on his chest and neck area. Keep working, keep that pressure going. He's trying to scoot his hips away, but I'm doing a good job of keeping space, no space in between his hips and my body. That allows us to continue in circles. It appears my coach is laughing at that part, but I don't know. So I'm getting actually really drained right now. My gas is slowly taken away. He was able to get to half guard, so we ended up switching. As you can see, we are both tired. It's exhausting. Getting right into the next match. I started out in half guard, and I'm going to work my way to full mount. I was really wanting to get full mount at this time, and I just didn't throw my leg far enough over. He was able to catch my leg for a brief second, but I was able to control his shoulders and put pressure down on his legs to end up getting side control somewhat. He did a great job of bringing his legs back inside, trying to posture up. I maintained my pressure on him, and we ended up restarting right after this. Slowly his gi started going over his head, so we did have to reset. So I really wanted to get back in side control. He's got me in a nice open guard at the moment, and at this time I go ahead and hit the knee slide. I really had to work to get side control at this point. He did a great job putting his knees in between us, but right here I was able to slide it out of the way, and eventually I did get side control, keeping the pressure put down on him. By the way, this is actually my brother-in-law's cousin. He started with us a few weeks back. Glad to have him in, along with my brother-in-law. So I like working out with everybody in my gym. Everybody's great, but this guy right here, his name's James. He's been a purple belt for quite some time now. And he's actually testing in January for brown belt. This guy, he's a great partner. He talks you through things. Even when we're rolling right now, he's talking to me. And if he knows that I can get into a certain situation for my benefit to learn from, he allows me to do it. And I know anytime I do get a submission on him or in a good position, he is letting me. He's letting me work. That is a issue that some white belts have when they do get a submission on a higher rank. They feel they got it on their own. Well, I hate to tell them that they didn't get it on their own. That higher rank let them do it. So that's something that I love. I'm just trying to maintain the pressure on top. He really has a good secure half guard on my leg. He moves into closed guard. I'm going to try to get my body upright. He's got my sleeve here. He's got a strong grip while he's maintaining control of my right leg. Right now he's got my arm in a funky position, so the only thing that I knew was to roll. And at this time I roll, I ended up catching his leg. Should have been able to get back control, but I was too tired to even try. He was able to get back into half guard and eventually able to work his way into full guard. I am giving out right now, like I'm so tired. I don't know about you guys, but usually if I get about a little over 4 minutes into my round, I start gassing out, especially if I have to use a little bit of energy. At that point, I can't keep going, but I do try. For the next portion of this roll, he just takes his time getting in the full mount, so I'll fast forward just a little bit to get past it. So going back to my rolling technique, I'm not sure what to call it. Those were one of the moments where he allowed me to do that, and I know it. I'm grateful for him for allowing me to have that time to work it. I know James weighs a lot lighter than I do. He's doing a heck of a job keeping that pressure down on me. Like every which way I move, puts that pressure on me, and I cannot stand it. Right now, you see my coach walking by, and he's like, "Don't hug him, don't hug him." And I end up telling him I was trying to breathe. Well, that's not the way to breathe. I know it, and I just didn't have enough energy to even move. I was trying to make it. We ended up restarting right here, and I had a good closed guard, but at the moment, he's actually telling my brother-in-law to watch. Apparently, they're working some technique. And he's just going to show my brother how to get out of it. I was trying to be sneaky here and get the triangle, but unfortunately he took both of his arms out, and I was unable to get it. He quickly got into full mount, and he applied more pressure. At this moment, I can barely breathe. I'm like telling him right now, I need a break, I'm still recovering from the upper respiratory infection. I took all my antibiotics and a Z-Pack, so I'm still having a hard time breathing a little bit, but it's a lot better. So at the moment, I'm gassing out real easy. I'm just trying to put that work in. At that time, he told me that there was only 23 seconds left, so I put everything I had into it just to hold on until the end. I appreciate all you guys staying to the end. Just know, if you're just starting out, don't stop, just keep going, show up, put in the work, and it's going to pay off. I'm still working, still putting that work in, but I know one day it's going to pay off. Just find a good gym with great people in it and good instruction, and you'll be set. You guys have a great day.